Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very exciting video. If you're new to my channel, you probably don't know this, but anytime Lisa Eldridge releases anything, I get super excited and I of course have to pick it up. With the exception for this time around. So she just released, or kind of just, her liquid Lurex eyeshadows, and I thought I was not gonna pick them up. I already have two of them from last year. I don't think I need any of them. I looked at the shadows online and I thought they were okay, but I didn't get blown away. But then I kind of started watching more videos about them and I thought okay, let's just go ahead and pick them up. Why am I doing this to myself? I know I'm gonna end up doing it. And I ended up with three shades. So Emily, and then Anais, which was kind of like an extra that I really did not think I was gonna pick. I had it on my card, took it out, put it back in, and ended up with the three of them. And lastly, Zora, which is the one that I have on my eyes today. Before we jump into the swatches and trying the eyeshadows on my eyes, please be sure to subscribe. It does help my channel a lot. Speaking of the actual component and box, the box is gonna be her usual very beautiful white with the gold metallic logo right in the middle. And then on the top of the box, you get, again, her little signature logo and then the name of, in this case, the product, which is going to be the eyeshadow. Once you get into the bottle, you have this very pretty golden lid, same as her lipsticks. I do apologize, that is Rima's crying. And then on the bottom, you can actually see the color of your eyeshadow, so it's going to be clear with the Lisa Eldridge lettering right here on the front, and on the bottom you get the name of the eyeshadow. But I really do love this component. I think it's absolutely stunning and I love how cohesive it is with her lipsticks and lip glosses. So also on the top right on the lid you get also her little logo, the L with the little kiss, or the lips. The first one that I want to swatch will be Anais. So this is the one that I wasn't sure if I was gonna get until I saw it in other people's videos. I was like, okay, that looks very pretty. I love the antique gold it has to it. I didn't think I would like it because it's more on the greener side, but we'll see. I haven't swatched them. This is the first time that I'm gonna swatch them. I wanted to do a live reaction, or a real first impressions. So that's what we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be applying it directly with the product on my eyelid, and then I do have a couple of brushes in here in case I might need them. So I have a fluffy Makeup by Mario blending brush, and then a more flat one from Fenty Beauty. So we'll see. I'm hoping with the finger it should be enough. I do have a Lucy here on my mouth, as always. But yeah, going back to the eyeshadow, I remember last time, I do have two previous ones from her collection, a dark called Liza, and then a lighter one, I can't remember the name, Angelica. So I remember that I just applied it with my finger, so we'll see. So here it is, just kind of like first look. It is a very interesting and definitely different shade for what I'm used to. So I am just going to apply it. I think you are in a good enough distance that I think you're gonna be able to see good. So now with my finger, I am just going to start blending this. This is on me looking a bit more, let me zoom you in a little bit closer, there we go. I think on me it's looking a bit more on the almost gray side. What do you think? Let me go ahead and apply a little bit extra. That is just with one swipe, kind of barely touched it with my finger, and it looks almost blended already. Very pretty. I don't know, but I feel like on me it doesn't look very gold nor green. I think on me it looks a bit more on the grayish side. So let me apply a little extra, same thing. I do apologize for the light, it's been a little bit gloomy today. So there we go, here is way more product. And now I'm going to switch to this blending brush by Fenty, and I am just going to blend it all over my lid and into my crease. But I think it looks very pretty. Let's get a little bit closer again, so you can see how the eyes are looking. And I'm gonna leave the 3 looks as is. So just applying the eyeshadow by itself, and I was just looking at my finger, and then I'm gonna go ahead and apply lots of mascara, and that'll be it. I want to show you exactly how the eyeshadows look just by themselves. To me, the whole idea behind these eyeshadows is the whole one eye, like one and done eye look. Just one eyeshadow and then you'll be done. So that's what we accomplished, and I'm very, very happy with the result. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup, and I'll be right back to show you. I'm back, and I added a ton of mascara, and I did add a little bit of inner corner highlight. And then for my lipstick, I went for Spirited Away by Lisa Eldridge, which this one is also one of her luxuriously lucent, so the more satin kind of lip. So I wanted to show you how it looks a little bit closer again with the eyeshadow now finished with the mascara and inner corner. I think it looks very pretty. Let me go ahead and there we go. So here it is. So I'm not like completely in your face. So I think it looks very pretty. Again, I don't see any of that green on me, just a little bit more on the silver side, but I am really loving it. So here it is. Final look with Anais by Lisa Eldridge. Today we are trying Zora. So this is going to be the second one that I tried, and same as Anais, I haven't swatched it, I haven't opened it, nothing. So this is going to be a real true first impressions. So if you hear any noise in the background, that's Remus crying. So same thing, we have the same on my eyes. So my concealer, powder, all that good stuff is already done. So I don't really use primer on my eyes for that reason. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. I have the product right here, and I am just going to apply it. Oh, that's way darker than I was thinking. I was thinking this was gonna be a bit more, let's say, browny, like more bronzy. It's definitely more on the very dark brown. So I'm just gonna blend in with my finger, same as I did yesterday. I do feel like this one is going to need a little more help from the brush, so I'm gonna add a little extra. And again, those cries are Remus because he wants to eat already. And now with that same brush that I used with Anais, I am just blending. Okay, so here it is blended with my finger and then with the brush, and sadly, this is exactly what happened to me with the other dark shade that I own, which is Elisa. You can see, I think very clearly, a patch right here, kind of like in the center. It's a little patchy for my liking. Let me just look directly. I'm going to add a little extra with like in the same brush, and I'm just going to blend it into my crease. But yeah, I am seeing a bit of a patchy situation right there in the center. So I'm gonna add now, just with my finger, a little bit of the product, and then just kind of like try to fix that. But yeah, I don't know, what do you guys think? Am I exaggerating? Do you see the patch like I'm seeing it? I think that really helped a little bit, but let's go ahead and do the other eye. So I haven't really dipped back into the product. This is just what was on the little wand. So same thing, just adding it everywhere. And with my finger, I'm also going to blend. This is the first step that I did. Apply with the product directly, and then blend, and then I added more and blended with the brush. So here they are side by side. You can see how this one obviously has a little more of that silver. I think it's like a silver little shimmer. And then this one, since it was just applied very, very low with just the finger, I feel like it blended the shimmer away. So I'm gonna add a little bit extra, but this time I am going to blend with my brush, and I'm just trying to distribute the product everywhere. So there we have it with the product, and then here all blended. Now let's just blend in. I do think I added a little too much in this eye. Let me add more on this side. Yeah, this is way more product than I was thinking. Here we have Zora on the eyes. This is the only thing that I added. I still have to add mascara and the same inner corner highlight that I used for Anais. I'm gonna be doing the same thing with the 3 eyeshadows. For my liking, for this specific one, I would like to add a little bit of center lid highlight because I do feel like it looks a little bit patchy, and that would be a way for me to fix it and make, you know, feel better about my eye look. But I am going to leave it as is just because I am trying to show you how the eyeshadow performs by itself. So here it is, same thing as I did yesterday. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup. I just need to add mascara, inner corner highlight, lipstick, and maybe a little extra blush, and I'll be right back. I am back with the full face with Zora on the eyes. I just added the mascara and the inner corner highlight. I feel like it looks really good, but I feel like it was a little bit harder to blend compared to Anais from yesterday, and I still have yet to try Emily. But Emily is gonna be the lightest one out of the 3, so I don't foresee any issues with the whole blending. And I still think, I'm gonna show you, I still think that there is a little bit of patchiness going on, not too significant, but I feel like it didn't blend as good as I would have expected it to do. So anyway, here we have Zora on the eyes. We made it to the very last try on, and I wanted to leave the best for last, or what I thought would be my favorite out of the 3 that I picked. This one is Emily, and this is going to be the lightest one of the 3 that I selected. So we're gonna be doing the same thing, applying directly on the eyes with my finger, then blending a little bit with the brush, and then I'll show you how it looks. So same thing, I haven't touched it, I haven't swatched it. This is going to be a true first impressions. So eyes are prepped like they've been this past couple of days. So let's go ahead and apply directly with the product. Okay, there we go. This is definitely looking more on the silver side. I don't know why everything's pulling so silver on me. Okay, so that was very easy to blend. You can probably see. And then I'm just going to apply or use the brush to blend the edges a little bit. And I'm going to add a little bit extra just in the center so I can blend back a little bit more. And with that same brush, whatever is already there, I'm just going to blend it on my lower lash line. So now let's do the other eye. Here we have Emily. That's everything I have on my eyes. I have to finish it up with a little bit of inner corner highlight and mascara, but I wanted to show you how it's looking with just the eyeshadow. This one, just like Anais, was very easy to blend, and I didn't have any issues like I did with Zora. So I just wanted to put it out there. I do have, I think, some opinions now made out of the 3 eyeshadows, so I'll be talking about them a little bit more in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and complete this makeup. I also need some lipstick, and then I'll be right back with my full face. And I added, as usual, only the inner corner highlight, mascara, and then lipstick. For lipstick, I am wearing a Velvet Cinnabar, also by Lisa Eldridge. I had intentions of wearing a red lip with this eye. I felt like since it was the lighter out of the 3, it would look the best with red, and I really like it. This is a very vampy, fallish lip, so I am very happy with how it turned out. But let me show you the eyeshadow real quick. So it is very beautiful. The sparkle I really love. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking by looking at it on the bottle that it was gonna be lighter. I think also this is a lot of it my fault because I did not wash the brush in between uses. So I've used the same brush for Anais and for Zora, which are definitely different colors. So I feel like the color transfer might have to do a little bit with it. But once it's on my eyes, I don't feel that it looks very different from, let's say, Anais. I don't know, maybe it's just my eyes deceiving me. You let me know in the comments down below if you think it actually looks very, or at least significantly different from eyeshadow to the other. So yeah, let me show you real quick again before we zoom out, because we are very close to each other right now. Before we jump into my final thoughts, I wanted to show you the eyeshadows swatched next to each other, and I'm also including the 2 extra ones that I have. So these are the 3 new ones that I bought that we just swatched on my eyes, but from last year's collection I have Angelica and Liza. So very similar thoughts, honestly, between all of this, or these 2 releases. So let's begin with the lighter one, which is going to be Emily up here, which is the one that I have on my eyes today. So if I put my hand like that, you can see a little bit better the actual color. Whenever you see it just up front, you can just see the beautiful sparkle, which this one is going to be the more neutral, more taupey kind of shade. Then we jump to Anais, which is going to be the greenish antique gold shade. You can see the color right there. Very stunning. I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised by Anais, because I really liked it more than I thought I would. And then lastly, we've got Zora, which is going to be the bronzy chocolatey brown. And then when we go down here on the lighter end, we've got Angelica, which you can see definitely has more pinkish tone to it. Very, very pretty. And then for the last one that I own is going to be Liza, which is going to be the dark, smoky, almost black shade. So now let's move on to thoughts. Number 1, I do feel like Anais and Emily are very similar once they are on your eyes. On the swatch, they still look kind of similar, but you can still kind of detect the difference. I feel like once you apply them, swatch them, or not swatch them, blend them on your eyes, it's gonna be very difficult to really make, differentiate each one. Even on the component, I feel like they are pretty similar in tone and shade. I do have, of course, today Emily, but whenever I'm looking at the mirror and whenever I did Anais, like, I could barely tell them apart. So my recommendation is, if you are going to pick one of them, or if you want to get a couple of this, maybe just pick one out of these 2, because I feel like they are very similar. Blendability was beautiful. I had no issues. You saw very, very quick. I was just able to apply directly with the product or the little wand, and then my finger, pat pat, and you're done. Very easy, which I really, really love, which I did not feel the same way, or did not have the same experience with Zora. Zora gave me a little more issues. I'm assuming because it's darker, because the same thing happened to me last year whenever I got Liza. So Liza is the almost black shade, so definitely more on the smoky side. Both of them performed very similar. So while you couldn't particularly see very easily the patches on Zora, on Liza, they are definitely more noticeable. I mentioned this because all of the eyeshadows that I'm talking about today right now are still available in stock on her website. So just a heads up, they're not the worst eyeshadows that I've tried in my life. No, not even close. But I feel like these 2 colors could have been a little bit better in blendability, just because applying exactly the same way as I applied these eyeshadows, these ones did not look the same, did not perform the same. These ones were very smooth, very easy to blend, very fast with your finger, no need to do anything. These ones I had to go back, apply more, blend again, use a brush. Just a little bit trickier for my personal preference. The thing about these eyeshadows in general, they're supposed to be easy. They are this kind of like one and done eyeshadow that you can just blend with your finger and you'll be good to go. Yes, there is a lot of that in the lighter shades, but I did not find that to be as easy of application with the darker ones, which is a little disappointing. It's not, again, it's not the worst thing in the world, and I do enjoy wearing Liza a lot. It is a beautiful eyeshadow, perfect for the holidays, honestly, for like New Year's, and whenever you want to have a beautiful smoky eye. I wouldn't use it by itself. Like this one, the way I've used it after the first time that I tried it, I learned that it has kind of like a better application whenever you add additional shadows. So just pointing that out. I do love them, the 3 lighter ones. I wouldn't probably get them again because they're very similar, Anais and Emily, but Angelica is still my number 1. I still think it is the most beautiful out of all of them. Just color preference, I gravitate more towards this kind of shades. But yeah, you guys, I think that's gonna be everything for today. I think it's gonna be a long video. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if you bought any of these shades. What are your thoughts? If you had the same issues with the darker shades as I did, definitely let me know. Let's start a conversation down there. Thank you for watching. As always, please be sure to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.